Welcome to East Central Georgia. We're back on my farm, just outside of Herndon Community. This is Jim Carey. I'm back from LA. I'm really happy to be home, to be back out here on the farm and back in nature. But I'm really glad I went to LA. I'm not a big city kind of guy, but the people I met at Los Angeles, the experiences I had, you could almost call them life-changing. I know we do a good thing with SheDiet.com. I know we've touched thousands of people with the home study program. I know hundreds and hundreds of people have saved their lives with the home study program. That's my motivation. But when I got out to LA, I had no idea the appreciation in the raw community for what we do in preserving Dr. Ann's legacy, her movie footage, and all of that. I had a TV interview with Supreme Master TV. They're worldwide. I mean, they're in Galaxy 25. They broadcast in 6 languages. It's supposed to be a 10-minute interview. It went on for an hour. Just the questions that they had, we just went on and on. The matter of fact, the crew ran out of videotape, and we were still chatting. There was a producer there from Fox News. He's putting together a documentary on the Raw Film Festival. But our interview went on for 20 or 30 minutes also, and he wants to. Anyhow, they'll be in touch because they want access to Dr. Ann's footage, and to perhaps even do a documentary on her. So the things we've been doing for the last 6 years, it's respected. I had no idea. Well, I get the check-in table Friday night, and I tell the girl my name, and this guy standing next to me in a nice suit and all, he says, "Oh, I was hoping I'd meet you. I'm Michael Gurjian." Well, Michael's been in a half a dozen movies, a half a dozen TV series. He's won an Emmy Award. He's a director now. He just produced a video with Louise Hay, the motivational speaker. And I laughed and I said, "Yeah, I figure I get a lot of that, Jim Carey in Hollywood." He said, No. He says, I wanted to meet you. I'm a fan of yours. I read your newsletter." I'm like, gosh, shucks. Everywhere I went, people read the newsletter. I had no idea. Well, it was rewarding anyhow. The video producers were really a great crowd. I mean, it's a real high energy people, because they're people that have a dream, have a vision, and implement them. They're not just dreamers, they're doers. And I met a couple dozen people like that. It was fantastic. It really was. Busy. We started Friday night. Introduction of the producers. I spent over an hour on stage standing right next to Louise Hay. Afterwards, she called me a natural-born entertainer. That made me blush. Her video, I strongly recommend. I mean, this is like the next secret. She really has it sorted out, really has it together, and it was an honor to meet her and to be on stage with her like that. They really keep you busy at the film festival. Movies start at 8 in the morning. They run till 6 at night, 5 at night. And then there's the producer parties and all the get-togethers and minglings. I thought I'd get all this email caught up. I thought I'd get all these interviews made. And I was just rush from one movie to another, from one interview to another. I lost track of how many radio interviews I did. I missed my interview with the LA Times because I was busy with Galaxy Master or Supreme Master TV on that extended interview. I did get to see most of the videos. Valia Butenko, Victoria Butenko's daughter, she did a wonderful collection of testimonials from Robbies from all over the world. Mike Anderson, he had two films on curing cancer with living foods, with raw foods. They were both excellent. Cody, what's her name here? She had a film on aspartame, and she traveled all over the country. She had who's who in interviews. It was really impressive. Sweet Misery by Corey Brackett. It was downright touching. Most of these are people that had health challenges, and they cured their health challenges through living foods, and in order to pay back and to share with the world what they've done, They made videos about it. But the quality of their productions, the quality of the camera work, the quality of the framing, the lighting, I mean, I do just enough, I'm not a producer, I'm a video archivist. But, I'm into restoration of this old footage of Dr. Ann. I can tell you stories about sitting on the living room floor with alcohol swabs and videotape and cleaning it. I've learned to rewind VHS tape. I've been a preservationist for the last 5 years with Dr. Ann's work. But these people are out there with state-of-the-art equipment and really doing state-of-the-art, theater quality productions. And it just covered the wide range. Vegan fitness built naturally, reversing the irreversible, that was Valia's. Curing Cancer, Mike Adams, 2 films, and fun stuff. The Adventures of Raw Man and Green Girl by Ron Gilmore. Fun stuff, really mainline stuff, mainstream stuff, movies that'll really get out there and touch people. I don't know if they're even giving, a lot of people are saying, what did you win? Did you win first place in educational? I don't know that they're even doing awards that way this year, like they did last year. What I did receive was a Green Apple Award, okay? And this just really touched me. Raw Lifestyle Film Festival, Raw, and it's like done up in film. 2008 Green Apple Award for Outstanding Contribution to a Sustainable Lifestyle, Jim Carey. This is a real honor. One goes out there and does what one does because one believes in the mission. But when one receives recognition from one's peers, that really makes it all worthwhile. Oh, other interviews. Woody Harrelson couldn't make it. Pam Anderson couldn't make it. There were movie stars there. Well, I met Michael Gurgian on my way in the door. I met Louise Hay when I got up on stage Friday night. Over the course of the weekend, I discovered that a whole lot of the people there were movie stars. This is LA. People are in movies. Tanya, she's been in CSI, and she's been in a couple different CSIs, other different shows. I overheard things like, and it was more like what I heard about me when I wasn't supposed to be hearing. That's Jim Carey. He has this totally raw, from start to finish. If you don't know anything about raw foods, he tells you about it, he teaches you how to do it, he takes you through the whole program, and it's all in this package you can take home. It's got all these videos, these really comprehensive books, and this is a girl telling another girl, and she said, and I wouldn't have gotten that part in, I forget what show she said now. She said, I wouldn't have gotten that part in so-and-so if it wasn't for the 10 pounds I lost on Jim's home study program. You got to check out his website. It was the way people introduced me to other people. This is Jim Carey. I've been reading his newsletter for 6 years. You got to get on his mailing list. You've got to see his home study program. He has nothing like this. And the offers from, if you need help on that archival footage, we'd be glad to run it through our computers and clean it up for you. So we'll see. These things cost money, and even though people want to help, they have to pay their production staff, so it doesn't happen overnight and it doesn't happen for free. But the contacts that I made, the people that I met, the energies that I experienced were really, really rewarding. I've bed through LA 50 times, but I never left the airport before. That's an interesting city. Monday morning I had a few hours, and I managed to make some time, drive around town, and drove up through Hollywood and Laurel Canyon, back down and through Hollywood Hills, and drove through Beverly Hills and down Rodeo Drive, and actually stopped and got myself into a photo shoot in front of Chanel, and Wilshire Boulevard, all these places. It's funny driving around LA because we all know the town. You drive and look, I recognize that car wash from some movie or another. I recognize that car wash. It seems the car washes were memorable. Now I know that building, and that's what that looks like. So lots of energy, and like any big city, the dichotomies of rich and poor. You're driving down Wilshire Boulevard, Just turned off of Rodeo Drive. You're in the rich, glitzy store district, and here's street people pushing shopping carts. It's urban. It's a city. So I had a great trip. I didn't get to do all these interviews because I sort of had to stand in line behind the TV production crews, and they had the big fancy cameras, and I had a little camera that's this little movie camera we're using is the size of your snapshot camera. And they had the big fancy names and CBS and stuff like that. So didn't get to do the interviews, but you know, it really doesn't matter because I did have the time of my life. I made wonderful contacts. I've just come home with a renewed faith and belief in the home study program and all the things we do. So thanks for listening. I'll talk to you again soon. Aloha. Oh, and there's Lulubelle the Wonder Dog. Hi, Lulubelle. Yeah, that's my buddy. She's 11 years old. Aloha.